A presidential financial disclosure just revealed something fascinating. Donald Trump purchased at least $50 million in bonds through December, not stocks, bonds. Corporate and municipal debt from Netflix, COREWEAVE, General Motors, Boeing, and Occidental Petroleum. This is unusual, significant, and worth analyzing because presidential investments are public signals that markets watch closely. Before we break down each position, understand bonds. When you buy corporate bonds, you're lending money to a company in exchange for fixed interest payments and eventual principal repayment. Lower risk than stocks, steady income, and if the company thrives, you can sell bonds at a profit. Trump chose specific companies across 5 sectors. Let's decode the strategy. Netflix bonds represent the streaming economy. With 260 million subscribers globally and a content library worth billions, Netflix dominates on-demand entertainment. They're investment grade, meaning credit agencies rate their debt as relatively safe. Trump's bet here is that streaming isn't going anywhere. It's how the world consumes media now. Netflix generates massive free cash flow, making bond payments reliable. This is a bet on the digital entertainment infrastructure continuing to grow. COREWEAVE is the aggressive play. They provide GPU cloud infrastructure specifically for AI companies. When OpenAI needs to train models or AI startups need compute, they rent from COREWEAVE. This market is exploding. The risk? COREWEAVE is private, growing fast, and their bonds are speculative grade, higher yield but higher risk. Trump's betting that AI infrastructure demand outpaces supply for years. If AI continues its trajectory, COREWEAVE bonds could be extremely profitable. If AI hype cools, these bonds are vulnerable. General Motors is the American manufacturing bet. GM is transitioning from internal combustion engines to electric vehicles, Chevy Silverado EV, electric Hummers, Bolt platform. They also have government contracts and are deeply tied to U.S. infrastructure. This isn't about GM's stock price, it's about GM as a stable corporate borrower with cash flow from truck sales and government relationships. Bond investors care about repayment ability, not growth. GM can pay their debts. Boeing is the recovery play. Yes, they've had crises, 737 MAX disasters, production issues, quality concerns, but Boeing is essentially a government-backed duopoly with Airbus in commercial aviation, plus massive defense contracts. The U.S. government cannot let Boeing fail, its critical national security infrastructure. Bond investors betting on Boeing aren't betting on perfection, they're betting on survival and government support. Trump's position suggests confidence in Boeing's ability to navigate challenges and continue operating. Occidental Petroleum is the Buffett connection. Warren Buffett owns a massive stake in Occidental, making it one of Berkshire Hathaway's largest positions. Trump's bond purchase aligns with Buffett's thesis. American oil and gas infrastructure is valuable, energy independence is strategic, and fossil fuels aren't disappearing overnight despite clean energy transitions. Occidental also invests in carbon capture technology. These bonds bet on oil's continued relevance and Occidental's ability to generate cash flow from energy production. Here's the underlying thesis connecting these 5 positions. Entertainment infrastructure with Netflix, Americans consume content. AI infrastructure with COREWEAVE, technology drives the future. Manufacturing with GM, rebuilding American production. Aerospace with Boeing, maintaining dominance in aviation and defense. Energy with Occidental, ensuring energy security and aligning with Buffett. This isn't just diversification, it's a bet on American industrial and technological resurgence. Netflix and COREWEAVE represent new economy. GM, Boeing, and Occidental represent traditional economy modernizing. Together, it's a balanced bet on America producing, building, and innovating competitively. Why does this matter? Presidential investments are public record by law, creating transparency but also market signals. When Trump buys $50 million in specific bonds, institutional investors notice, retail investors follow. This can create self-fulfilling momentum. It's also policy signaling. These sectors may receive favorable treatment, regulatory support, or government contracts under his administration. Bond investors care about default risk. Trump clearly sees these 5 companies as creditworthy. $50 million, 5 companies, 1 message. Bet on American infrastructure, both digital and physical. Whether you agree with the politics or not, the investment thesis is clear. And in bond markets, clarity matters.